Good morning. I grew up in the Lutheran Church, which is a big tent denomination, mostly in the Midwest, known mainly for its hot dishes, Jello salads, and the jokes about the Norwegian Lutheran farmer in Minnesota who loved his wife so much he almost told her. And I think that was literally written about both sets of grandparents, my mom's and my dad's side. I say that, but hearing that hymn this morning, that you don't get much more Lutheran than good old Ein feste Burg. That was nice to hear. When we moved here, this church seemed like a good fit for us. We were looking to settle down, join a congregation, and you showed us immediately how you welcome the stranger, which was important to us. After our second daughter was born, you brought us food. We still have the blanket that someone knitted for us. I don't know who does that, but we still have it. During good times and hard times, the congregation has made us feel welcome. There are so many ways. One of the reasons that we like this, there are so many ways for people to act out their faith as they define it here. Starting by taking care of each other within the congregation and the church. We were the beneficiaries of that. Helping the local community in dozens of different ways with the food pantries and things like that. And then expanding into the wider world. That's all important to us. And you guys know the list better than I do. The work supporting refugees stands out to me as you continue to welcome the stranger, even if they don't come from Topsfield or from northern Massachusetts. I joined Steve Whalen's book group this year, and it's fantastic, by the way. I encourage you to join it. It's the fourth Tuesday of every month, and we're starting a new book, so you should go. The youth group surfaces every year like a modern-day Brigadoon out of the mists, reminding people like me that they do exist, and when they show up and they do their description of the trip, it's nice to see that they are having fun and they're doing important work with Amy, we're traveling around the country, learning how to make someone's life a little bit better than it was before and becoming well-rounded young adults. Even I'm not part of that, but it's nice to see that someone's doing that, and I think things like that are an important component of what is happening here. I'm glad that you all decided these things are important to who we are as a congregation, and I'm glad that you decided we're going to keep doing them. We appreciate that you are tolerant of different points of view and that there's space within the congregation to challenge yourself or not challenge yourself depending on what you want to do. This is a congregation that is in dialogue with itself and how we engage with the things happening around us. And it's nice to see that people are tackling that and taking it seriously, even if they don't always agree. I know there's probably some scar tissue, but as a relative newcomer, I want to thank you for getting yourselves to this point, because this is why we joined, and it's why other families are joining and will continue to join. So it really does matter. I think some of you it's easy to get too close to it, or if you've been through whatever happened before we got here, I think that was probably not always easy, but as someone who joined after that, we really appreciate that, and we don't take it lightly. So thank you for doing it, and I encourage us to continue to move forward. You should be proud of that. The point of Stewardship Drive is that these things take time and talent, but also money. And I encourage you to give generously, because the reality is that they won't all continue to happen if we don't have all three of those things going on. The only thing that's lacking in this congregation is the Jello salad. And even though Amanda won't even admit that it's real food, I miss the subtle pairing of pineapple and shredded carrots with the mini marshmallows. And if you're going to get crazy, you mix cottage cheese in it, and you suspend it in lime Jello in a bundt cake form, and then cover it and cool it. That is heaven on a plate. I don't know why. I don't know why it is not more popular. So maybe I'll try to get a recipe from someone at home, and I'll bring that to the next potluck. So thank you.